start by removing this cap here for the door handle. Use a little pick or a screwdriver, whatever you have, and just pry it out. Behind it, you'll find a Phillips head screw. Go ahead and remove that. Next, in this little door pocket, you're going to have to remove the bottom liner. That will expose another Phillips head screw, which you also have to remove. And with that removed, you can pull up. You can use a little pry tool to help you. There you go. Pull up and then back. Flip it over. Disconnect your electrical connectors. Press on the tab and remove the wiring. For this one, it's a little bit different. I'm going to use this pry tool to pry this connector apart. Sometimes it's hard to do it with just your fingers. Pull out this outer sleeve of the connector. That'll unlock it. Then you can remove the rest of the connector and set this aside. Underneath this door pocket, you'll find 8 large screw here. This is your main anchor screw for the door panel. You're going to have to remove that one. And then after that's out, there are 2 more screws on the bottom that you'll have to remove. These are small. All right. Over here, you'll see a cover. This actually is a cover for a screw that you have to gently pry this off. There you go. Remove this screw as well. This corner piece here has to come out. You can just pry it off. It just has some plastic tabs that it mounts to. And now you can either use a plastic trim tool or just your hand. Get behind the door panel and pop it out of its mounting locations. It just has some plastic tabs that it pushes in to the door with. All right. Now you can lift it up. Make sure your wiring goes through and doesn't get caught. Once you lift it up, flip it over just a little bit. Once you flip it over, you'll see the 2 door handle cables. Those have to get popped out of the door handle. And then the end of the cable has this ball that fits into that plastic socket there. Do the same to the other one. One's for the lock and one's for the handle itself. Now you can remove your door panel. From the back of the door panel, you can take a screwdriver and pry this little tab down. There we go. Now, release this one over here and this one over here. Now your door handle can come out the other side, and here's your old handle. Take this cap off if it's in there. Now take your door handle, slide it in from the front of the door panel, and this part has to slide in and over first. Then just press it on. Make sure it clicks so it hooks on. And there you go, door handle is installed. Now to reattach these cables, this white one goes up top where the lock is. You want this ball to drop down in its plastic socket and then swivel the cable over and click it in right here where it's supposed to lock in. Take the other one, this green one is for the door handle. Secure that one in too and lock that one in as well. Now you can take the door panel, make sure your wires go through so they don't get pinched back there. Slide it up and over the door, and there you go. You'll know when it's seated in because it'll feel like it's hanging on in place. Now you can line up all of your push clips, the plastic ones on the back, and snap them into place. Secure the door panel. Take your main anchor screw for the door and tighten that up. Make that snug. Put this one in as well and snug it up. Put the cap on if yours didn't completely break. Start in those screws on the bottom and tighten them up. Perfect. Put in the screw that goes into the door handle and snug that up. And And don't forget about the little cap that hides it. Press it on. Perfect. Plug in your connectors. Make sure this window connector, the sleeve for it, the locking sleeve, is pulled all the way back. Otherwise, you won't be able to fully connect it. Slide it in and lock it into place. Then you have this black one up front for the mirror switch. Plug that in. And to reattach this panel, slide it in front first because there's a hook right there. And then press it down. And then right in this door pocket right here, you had a little screw. So tighten that one up. And put the pocket liner back in. Perfect. One last thing is to reinstall this cover. Just line it up with these studs and it should snap into place. There we go, press it on, you're all set.